In the beginning, it was February 1933, the Great Depression, and a cold, hard winter in Colorado. Darkness was on the face of Denver, and a voice cried out,
"Make something happen!"
It did. And just 9 months later, a first child was born to Sam and Sylvia Rosenblum, a son to be named Gerald, who would one day become that great American legend, the real J.R. Congratulations poured in from around the nation for a child who was his father's pride and joy, a son with horse sense, a little boy who was destined to grow into a larger boy and an even larger young man. After breaking his nose at school, the young and devout Gerald, as the grandson of Denver's chief rabbi, attended the yeshiva in Baltimore. At his high school graduation, a proud mother captioned this picture, "Handsome Jerry." Sylvia was known to be a little short-sighted. Then on to the university in Denver, where he studied, socialized, and graduated as a B.A., a Bunny admirer. He had met the young and attractive Miss Yates when he was on a heavy date with her sorority sister. She was escorted by a geologist whose chances were looking rocky, and the fires of mutual passion were stirred. In 1957, the wedding of the year took place at the Beverly Hilton, possibly triggering a secret obsession to organize functions in hotel ballrooms around the nation, which was only to be gratified years later. After a honeymoon in such orthodox temples of culture as Disneyland and Las Vegas, their son, Jeffrey, was born the following year. And the young J.R. had left his work in the field of personalized advertising specialties to take on more dangerous and challenging assignments, first in the wholesale tobacco business, and then to the attractions of the flesh trade, supplying freezer cuts of kosher meats. In 1962, a beautiful baby girl named Jill was born to complete the family's joy and tax deductions. And as the family grew up, J.R. had changed his job once again, moving into a profession that could use his great talent for truly inspired imagination, extolling the virtues of used cars. And now came a strange byway on the Rosenblum road of life. An offer came to take up a position with the Laundry Institute of New York. It is not altogether clear whether the laundry world was attracted by J.R.'s reputation for clean living, or believed that his rabbinical connections and religious training had made him a man of the cloth. But in 1965, he moved the family to the borough of Queens, and then left the delights of laundry for the 3M Company's marvels of mellifluous music, bringing soothing sounds to the elevators of New York, while developing his own growing talent for drawing and sculpture. But the lure of Los Angeles could not be denied, and soon the Muzak man was transferred, sporting a new, if not totally convincing hairline, together with a burning passion for success and 40 cigarettes a day. He soon found a new job selling display fittings, and one of his customers was the Mattel Toy Company, who casually asked if he could do a slideshow for them. In that pivotal moment, the history of business communications was to be radically changed forever. He could. He would. And one day in 1971, in a Los Angeles garage, the concept of Amicus was born. Together with two friends, Hal Rothberg and Greg Williams, he began a series of epic productions for such business giants as Schick Razors, McCulloch Chainsaws, and Winchell's Donuts. In 1977, the need for more space had brought Amicus to its present home on Sycamore Avenue, and J.R. celebrated by falling in a ditch there and breaking his nose again. A few years later, after he had given up smoking, the Amicus partners had become a shade less amicable, and the other two had departed, leaving Jerry in total charge and control of the company checkbook. All this soon changed dramatically as a new and powerful force came to work in the business: the dynamic Energizer Bunny. Financial problems were instantly overcome with the magic words, "We're not writing checks this week." And the creative juices of Jerry were freed up to flow on such challenging projects as Expo 88, the Paris Air Show, and a cornucopia of fabulous presentations for corporate clients with such diverse and original titles as Dedication to Excellence, The Value of Excellence, Excellence in Execution, A Commitment to Dedication, and, of course, Dedication to Commitment. Supported by a faithful team of full-time slaves, part-time professionals, and meantime monettes, today, J.R. presides smoothly over this cauldron of creative activity, never raising his voice except to shout, and occasionally encouraging his workers with such telling phrases as, "This is not the way I envisaged it," or, "What am I, chopped liver?" Now, in his sexagesimal year, a proud grandfather, mature, mellow, and only mildly manic, we pay this deep and sincere tribute to Gerald Ira Rosenblum, loving husband, father, and family man, star of the tennis courts, once known as the Jewish John McEnroe, high-flying aviator, international traveler, and Parisian boulevardier, guardian of the magical Minkies, a talented artist and creative force, and a true and faithful friend to all of us here tonight. Please join us now in singing our heartiest congratulations to the real J.R.